Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special bonus reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Gemini, I hope that you are doing well. This is a special bonus reading all about messages from your passed away loved ones. Messages from your passed away loved ones. I'm going to be using two decks for the reading today. First one is Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and at the end of the reading, I'll look at what the book has to say about that overall energy. And just the Rider-Waite-Smith for the tarot portion. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, cards have been pre-shuffled. For Gemini, please, Spirit, messages from their passed away loved ones. Thank you. Wow. You're the first people to get this card, and obviously it has a cute little special meaning to me. It's number 51, which amazingly reduces to a 6. The Lover's card in the Major Arcana, which is Gemini energy. Gemini, you showed up in your own reading. Quite beautiful. And the card is Milk and Honey. So obviously I love this card, Milk and Honey. Little elephant kind of basking in this kind of concoction of sweetness, sweet rewards, comfort, care, comfort. It's kind of also making me think, I don't know why, but I just thought of like an oatmeal bath. So that might be resonant for somebody. Like if you have a skin condition or something, like an oatmeal bath. But I'm just kind of looking at this. There's so much joyousness. And you might not have felt this for a while, I'm feeling. I think, well, I want to say your passed away loved ones are happy to show this to you. Almost as if the person that I am channeling for their person in spirit is so pleased to be, it's like you're in their charge. Does that make sense? They've been charged with looking after you, protecting you. It's like their honor to do so. And when it's like their love for you is this kind of multifaceted, infinite, joyous kind of thing. So I don't know who this is talking about. It's going to be different for everybody, but the first person that you feel that warmth and that love and that protection from, that's the person that is coming through right now. So Milk and Honey it just talks about abundance. It talks about abundance. It talks about nourishment. It's another word that came. So I'm going to pull 3 cards to start with. I may pull clarifiers, I may not. There's no particular spread to this reading today. It's just the messages that want to come from your passed away loved ones at this time. So, okay. A whole bunch of stuff just plopped out. Ploppity plop. Wow. Wow. 6 cards came out. 3 Major Arcana. You know, 6 cards came out, and I naturally put them in formation with like 3 and 3, like 3 on top and 3 on bottom. I don't know why, but it's like instinctively I wanted to do that. So the first 2 cards that I'm going to show you It's almost like this is the way, this is what they're seeing that you're dealing with right now. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Pentacles can often talk about this kind of stingy energy. It's just like we're feeling in a little bit of scarcity mindset. And so we may be holding on to our finances, our savings, very tightly. There could have been an unexpected expense, or I'm going to show you the second card in a minute. It's Clarifier. There could have been something that you were not anticipating that presented itself as a problem that, you know, might have influenced you. And the card came in reverse, so it's almost like you had to release your arms, and out fall the pentacles. So if it's something that you had to pay for, or you had to assist somebody, I see for somebody, it's kind of intense, bail money for a friend, like you had to bail somebody out of jail, or bail somebody out of debt, or bail somebody out of a dicey situation. So it may not actually be finances that you gave, but it could have been resources. Like if you had to open up your home and allow somebody to stay with you for a little, like crash the couch. I see that. Their spirit is showing me when I was in graduate school, a good friend, broke up with her girlfriend, and she did not have a place to live, and I was living in like dorm housing with my roommate, and she had to crash on my couch for like a week. And you know, it was fine by me, but I had a roommate, so it's always tentative, right? You don't want somebody to overstep their bounds, and she certainly didn't want to, but she didn't have anywhere to be, and it was just this tough situation. And so that, you know, like I had to open up my home. So it's not like I gave her money, but I gave her a resource, right? So there could be something like that. The reason why I say all this is because, sorry, I just have to cover this up. Because there's these like nude figures. It's the Devil card in the reverse. Devil card in the upright talks about, it's Capricorn energy, number 15. And it talks about these really deeply rooted codependencies, addictions, workaholism, fears, doubts. Devil card it's about trickery, us playing games with ourselves or games with others. It's not pleasant. It's a major arcana though for a reason, because it does represent an aspect of humanness, being human, that we have to learn from and overcome. You know, in this sense that there cannot be a divinity without its opposite, which I don't know that I believe is true, but it's this idea that, you know, how can we understand the concept of goodness without also understanding the concept of evil? I'm not sensing evil anywhere in this reading. I'm sensing just like a sticky situation, that I am sensing that, like a complication that caused you to have to deal with it. Like you just had to deal with something, and you had to open up your arms and give a little bit more than you were anticipating. And then the world and the sun come out. Lots of cards that I have to cover up here. The world card in the reverse, sorry, let me just hold it properly. The world card in the upright talks about these big cycles of life that are stepping into a new dimension, right? Like one chapter closing, a new chapter beginning. And it's a kind of conscious awareness that this is happening. Because, you know, we can't always know. We can't always know unless we, you know, look back in hindsight that, oh, you know, when that happened to me, I changed as a person. When that happened to me, like, life would never be the same. So, like COVID, for example, the pandemic, it's like one day we were not in a pandemic, and the next day we were in a pandemic, and life would never be the same. And you would not be the same. The world would not be the same. So the card is in reverse, though, and it talks about like really struggling to close out that chapter, but there's this desire that you want to. You're itching to. You can feel the success on the precipice with the Sun card in the reverse. There's the baby sitting on the horse, just nude and like loving life. Look at how big the Sun card is. It just takes up the whole top half of the card. The Sun card is number 19 in the Major Arcana, and it just talks about this. If there was a sense of a scarcity mindset that is associated with this card, with the Sun, there is no scarcity of anything. There's victory, there's abundance, there's wealth, there's good health, there's illumination and clarity and things coming to the surface and truth being told, and everybody's just blissfully happy, right? And not to over exaggerate, but the Sun is, if we had to look at the tarot in positives and negatives, which of course tarot is very nuanced, but the Sun card looks good any way you turn it. Even in the reverse, it's a beautiful thing. But in the reverse, it signals to me that it's like this. You see like the rainbow here? Like, it's almost like the Sun is just behind the clouds, right? It's rained very heavily, and now there's that mist of water in the air. The darkening clouds are moving into the distance, but you can still see them in the horizon. And then the Sun starts to come back out again. It casts its light on that watery mist, and here forms our rainbow. And I don't know about you, I don't get tired of looking at rainbows. If I see one in nature, I'll just stop and stare and look at it. They're still beautiful. They're still magical. And I think that that's what's happening right now. It's almost like you feel the storm is starting to settle in whatever situation in your life is happening. The dark clouds are starting to move away, and slowly but surely the sunlight is starting to creep in. That abundance energy starting to shine upon your life, and soon your passed away loved ones are going to show you how good it gets, right? But the hurdle to this comes with the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Five of Swords. So if you ever watch any of my readings, I can't stand the number 5. And I always joke, because I can't stand it, Spirit always shows it to me. It's this place of limbo in the tarot. All the 5s talk about this. Even the Hierophant, the number 5 in the Major Arcana, he's the Pope of the tarot, but he's like the conduit. He's still the in-between the earth realm and the spirit realm. He, the divine masculine, it doesn't have to be a man, but the divine masculine in the Hierophant is the conduit. It's the go-between you and God. So 5s are very fraught for me. In this card, it talks about winning at all costs, competition, but not a fun kind of competition. It's like a true, like almost decimation of your enemies, combined with, or clarifying rather, the Queen of Wands, who is normally just radiant, beautiful, smart, intelligent, like the power behind the throne. Very, very attractive. Also very lucky. That black cat actually represents good fortune. So it's like your passed away loved ones are, this is how they view you, as this powerful energy. But they also see that it's almost like, it's like you're turning away from embodying this power because you're constantly perhaps thinking that you have to compare yourself to others. Kind of get the one up on them, take their swords away from them. So it's like you have a fighting chance. This is your energy, air sign, with the swords, the suit of the swords. It might feel uncomfortable for you to step in this fire energy with the Queen of Wands. You know, what do you mean I can have everything I want? What do you mean I'm attractive? What do you mean that, like, my passions can fuel me? That's not what they did. They had a plan from A to Z of how to get things done. So it's kind of a mind over matter situation, like the crown chakra and the solar plexus chakra. Kind of knowing when to use both, right? Like, we do need to, especially if, like, okay, look, if we're in business or something like that, yes, you're going to look at what the competition is doing. But at the same time, you don't need to be the competition. You don't need to be like them. It's almost like we're just looking at all of our resources and kind of harvesting, picking at what works best and making it our own. So a little bit of a confidence issue and this sense or this belief that that sun energy can be yours. Even though your passed away loved one's clearly showing it to me, especially with this reference to the Lover's card, your energy, stepping into your power, and not just doing that, but like enjoying it, enjoying yourself. I'm going to read from the book, number 51, Milk and Honey. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. It's just about believing that you are being provided for, and that whoever this passed away loved one was that you were thinking of at the top of this reading, that's your person. Ask them for help all the time. Speak to them. You know, you can do it in your head so people don't think you're crazy. Speak to them in your mind. They can hear you. Ask them for help. I do it all the time with one of my passed away loved ones, actually two now. Because why not? Why not just put that out in the universe? Like, hey, I want to go on this trip. Uncle, can you help me? Help me figure it out. Present me with the right people that can help me plan it. Get me a bonus at work so I can afford it. Give me, you know, show me the deal on airline ticket, whatever. Like, it could be just literally material world. Or it could be higher level things, like wanting to find romance, you know, or wanting to be more connected with spirit. Whatever it is, ask them for help, because they're there to serve. That is your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gemini.